It looks like Chrissy gets loose, real loose right there, and just overcorrects, gets into the outside wall.
Yeah, she had a car right on her bumper. Looked like Paul Menard, who was right on her bumper. That'll really free you up. And in her defense, she hasn't had a lot of time this week. They had some problems getting the car through inspection, and then she didn't get a lot of time either day with the car, and especially in race trim.
And the laps we saw her run, that car was out of control. Looks like it's not much better here. I mean, she just really got loose off turn 4. Those bumps, staying out of trouble. Looks like he got some help from Mike Bliss right here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. You get the rear wheels lifted off the ground, and nobody can drive. And look, see Danica go right by there.
Like Stewart may have snuck through there as well.
Several other cars sneaking through on the bottom there. Take a look. Yep, you're right. He did get help.
Man, that's a hard lick too. See, Danica gets into the back of a car right there. Can't see the number.
Oh, nice job. I mean, you see a lot of these other guys, you could see the tires, smoke from them, locking up the wheels.
Speaking of smoke, look at him drive right through here in the 4 car.
Really a good job. I know this racetrack looks wide, but I promise you folks that whenever something happens like that, you run out of racing room in a hurry. That was a good job by a lot of people coming through there and not making this bigger than what it could have been.
That's still a tough break for Trevor Bain. He had such a good car.
And Sauter. Well, he just lost it.
Yeah, it didn't look like no contact or anything. Just kind of went around.
Could a tire have possibly gone down?
Went around pretty quick.
Yeah, really turned around going into the corner.
Well, he did manage to keep it off the wall, but whoa, started to slide back up the hill. Well, and you mentioned it, Danica Patrick. Okay, lower portion of your screen.
You can see just a little bit of misjudgment there.
Yeah, that was
61
a lap car.
got turned.
That Josh Wise was a lap car, and
she had nowhere to go.
Yeah, she just, I mean, gets by that car right there, but there's just nothing. I know it looks like room, but you're traveling at a high rate of speed, and she almost made it.
Take a look from another angle. A little lower this time.
See all of this develop right there, and as these cars start sliding, more cars get involved. You just hope that a hole opens up for you.
10 of Leffler, boy, they had high hopes for this season. It's not going to start off the way they had wanted.
They had 2 of Roush's cars involved in that. Stenhouse and Colin Brown both involved.
There you go.
Okay, let's go on board and listen.
Doing a nice job.
Once again, just on the inside of Brendan Gaughan.
Look out!
Trouble.
Oh, and upside down is Earnhardt. This is going to be a
Big
mess.
spin behind us. Wave him.
The 33 of Harvick, Joey Logano involved. More cars still spinning in this.
Oh, there's contact behind him between Carl Edwards.
And Carl Edwards got up into
Keselowski. And boy, it just flipped Dale over. And then there's nowhere for these guys to go. That's Kyle Busch. That's the damage he sustained. There's Brendan Gaughan.
You got to wonder why Carl Edwards would make a move like that on the straightaway. He kind of made an abrupt move up to the outside lane there. I don't know if he thought he was clear.
Well, sometimes you're moving over just to get against that car to try to slow that car down, that momentum, to where you can get your line moving a little bit quicker. And
it's from high above.
Yeah, Carl may have actually been trying to get in the outside lane there.
It looked like he thought he might have a hole. And was trying to get in that hole before it closed up, but he misjudged the front of his car.
You know, we've seen that a number of times down here this week in both the Cup Series and now in this series, to where guys are misjudging just a little bit. And it only takes a little bit. I think it's just a product of this restrictor plate racing. The cars are all bunched up. And just misjudging by a few inches can create a situation just like this.
If you were with us for Countdown, there was a really strong interview by Marty Smith with...
Well, Kyle's loose there.
Yeah, he gets loose.
Yeah.
Keselowski didn't do anything there.
Oh, I think he thinks maybe Brad gave him some help, and he didn't.
Coming to the checkered flag.
And here was the race. I can take another look at it.
Yeah, you can see he's
right
coming
there.
out of turn 2.
Yeah, he's just all by himself, just spun off of turn 2. Really no big deal right there. He had his car gathered up, but then you see Stenhouse can't see through the smoke and is actually side by side with another car. Now, when he breaks out of the smoke, this is what he sees.
And
Yeah,
that's
right. A little bit of inexperience there. Most of the time a car spins coming off the corner, it's going to stay down, especially when you...
And it's already happened here.
It's like Brendan may have gotten just a little bit too high and got up in the loose stuff and got turned around.
We're going to have less than 5 to go here, but if those two Gibbs cars stayed out front, I'd have to think that some of these other guys might take a chance to... This is coming to the flag.
Man, look at this finish.
Looked like Keselowski, I don't know. I think he was trying to get in behind him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he was just trying to slip up in behind him, but he clipped Logano right here.
And we'll get a better shot from it here. Watch in relationship to the black line.
Well, that's hard to say.
Doc, you've caught up with Joey?
Joey, tough afternoon here. A
Week at California, came up for a 7th place finish, and then here's what happens, and bam.
Man. Yeah, that's definitely something happened to the car there. Said he felt like maybe something broke. Kind of looked like a tire going down, but it's hard to say right there.
Yeah, that didn't look like he was loose or nothing like that. Just went straight up.
It's for anybody.
Yeah, look at this car. This car turns really kind of on the straightaway, just past that tri-oval area. Man, see Danica come right through there.
Yep. Car comes back down the 20-degree banking.
Look what happens here. They go off down the corner. It looks like Michael's losing a little bit of speed. She runs in there pretty snug on him. She said he turned down, but it looked to me like she ran in there and there just wasn't enough room. I think she slid up just a little bit and got into the left rear of Michael. And they went for a ride.
No turn signals on these cars.
No,
Judging
baby.
intentions can be a little tough without hand signal out the window.
May have just misjudged a little bit of distance there. Close.
See if we can see what happened. He was running 15th at the time, just slides it up.
Got too high.
Oh. We're massive early in the season. The 98. Oh, he goes around.
Man,
did
made
you
a
see the
mistake there.
sparks as he hits the wall?
Yeah, it looks like he got on that apron. Justin Allgaier spun the tires on that restart, cost him.
And Kevin Harvick. Oh, no, we got spin. The 16. Oh, Colin Brown into the wall hard.
Here's the contact with the one car.
Oh, and Trevor Bayne. We had not seen that part. We just saw the end result.
Yeah, we see that a lot here at Bristol when you got a car right up on your outside. Sometimes you don't see him out there, and you go out for that extra room on the wall.
32 laps. We made 31.
Yeah, it's like a little contact here. You got a little help, Brian did.
Yeah, it did.
Like the one car, James Busher, who had been in undergreen to make.
See here, Brian Scott. He was the other car that was involved in this.
Oh, and he gets
punted.
a little help. That's Wimmer.
Yeah. And he collects up Brown there. And Stephen Wallace, just a victim there. Drives up underneath the back of it.
Yeah, and you're just going so fast and things happen so quickly here. You just don't have a chance to react. You can see Stephen, but he's running wide open and trying to go. And
Kelly Byers does a nice job of just escaping all of that.
I heard Kyle Busch talking about how it's just luck that you have a good finish here, and right there was just terrible luck for Stephen Wallace and Colin Brown.
Let's go on board with Kelly Byers.
After all of this had taken place.
Ooh.
I think that answers that.
Boy, Busher just went right up into him. And then...
See, right behind him, Coleman Presley probably got out of the gas to...
piece of trim, and NASCAR's not going to make them.
Kyle Busch gets into the 88.
Boy, Kyle turns him, and he's going to hit the wall. And we now have our 5th caution.
The whole field's coming here.
Right now is actually Casey Kane. He had that motor overheating real bad, Brad. And boy, when you get a motor that hot, you just don't know if it's going to last.
Out in front of the leaders. The leaders are right in the middle of that. Oh, Greg Biffle sneaks through.
Caution.
But Brendan Gaughan doesn't.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
We're in it, Brad.
We saw Tony Raines get a little...
And we're going to get a look right here. There's Derek Cope in the 73. Oh, he got loose.
Yeah, he just got loose and got into Joe. Not much, it didn't happen intentionally. It was just not enough room.
On the 23.
You can see Coleman Presley there trying to make a pass on Mike Bliss, but car pushed up into him. Yeah.
I just wonder if that wall being, just a little bit, taking some of that racing room away from those guys didn't have even contributed.
Once again, we see coming out of turn 4 here, 2 cars getting together.
that inside car trying to stay off. You turn the wheel a little bit more, and that creates the spin. So he gets into the wall and probably busted the radiator there.
It's the exact same thing we saw with Coleman Presley and Mike Bliss off that corner.
Take a look to show you what happened.
Oops.
Oh, man. He got plowed by the 35 of Jason Keller.
Makes you wonder what happened before this.
Here is Kevin Harvick, and this was 450. Whoa, boy, Kevin. Ooh. Bump and run, baby. Harvick gets 5th.
That is a battle for 9th on the racetrack. Oh, and it got turned. That's John West Townley. He's going around.
Gas up, gas up. We're all good, guys. Left first corner.
Position right now. They restarted 9th, but to make it a little bit better.
Look out.
And big time trouble for Jason Leffler.
Oh, he's into the wall as he got turned. Take another look right there. He's got problems.
Trying to slow down, I think, or lock now. Was he locking up the left front there?
Yeah, it looked like that. He was locking up the brakes trying to get in and then got hit from behind.
His best finish this year, guys, 25th 2 weeks ago at Bristol. That's how. 4 wide.
That's not going to work.
It's not going to work. This is congestion here.
Oh, hang on.
This can't work, guys.
There it is. There's the contact. Stephen Wallace into the wall.
Big wreck behind you.
Can you believe it? 16, Colin Brown also in. Stenhouse crashes. Now Brown gets swept up. Look at the 8.
We can see he gets a run up off of turn 4 here. And it just didn't give him any room for sure.
Now let's go back to lap 43, and this is what
has occurred as a result of this wreck in this morning's practice. John West Townley spun around and hit the wall hard in turn number 2 in the Richard Childress Racing 21.
Oh, looks like he lost a tire right there.
Easy here, easy.
See that right front went down. Right
we got the fence here.
I was real concerned about that, with that damage in the right front.
Oh, he got help.
I mean, that happened on the straightaway. That wasn't even in the corner at turn 4, so he got a little help somewhere from somebody.
Kyle Busch again on the high side. The green. And just what you had talked about in our pre-race, Rusty. A huge 4, 5, 6.
Let's take it back. Listen back in the back here. Oh.
Look at everybody getting jacked up.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
11 slowed down. The 10, Casey Mears hit him. Boucher hit him.
16. Look at Tony Raines sneak on through. What a great move by Tony.
Your 32 car right around the corner here.
Right around the corner. Bottom of the racetrack right here. Low, it gets in it with Trevor Bayne.
Yeah, it looked like Trevor Bayne actually came down the racetrack just a little bit after he came off of turn 2. Kind of caught Justin Laughlin by surprise.
Yeah, it looks like Trevor didn't know that Justin was down there, and just a little bit he came off the wall, but just enough to spin Justin around and into the wall, and boy, just tore that car up big time.
The car had slowed down quite a bit. You can see how much damage right here, even before the tire blows out. Now the tire's down, and no way to hold on to that.
And why do they always blow when they're going at the corner? Close to 200 miles an hour going.
His teammates, Colin Brown, they're fighting for the lucky dog position. They're both 1 lap down. He gets into Ricky Stenhouse, puts him in the wall.
That's not good. Teammates here wrecking each other.
This Tuesday meeting at Roush Fenway is not going to be a good one. It's Jack Roush's 68th birthday today. Carl Edwards is out. Stenhouse is now into the wall. It's not been a very happy birthday for Jack Roush.
See somebody's hand out the window. Looked like Mike Wallace waving at James Busher behind him. Oh, we got trouble.
No, look out. Carl Edwards turns, and we've got multi-cars into the wall. Leffler's involved in this. The 62 have gone. The 21 of Boyer.
Just ready to say something.
I
was just ready to say something, yo.
Patrick Sheltra involved. Well, watch the
Really
6 again.
Just so many cars spinning, it's hard to follow each one.
Contact we're seeing with these guys bump drafted.
Go!
Look out! Now, Carl was being swallowed up by the field because he was 7 laps down.
Over there. Just hold it down, lock it down, lock it down. They sucked us around, Drew.
Yeah, it's on that outside.
You can hear the crowd over the noise. Oh, the crowd's coming down towards finish.
Behind us.
Kligerman's involved.
Caution's out.
The 16 of Colin Brown is involved.
7 is
Kyle
Steve
Busch,
Harper.
Kyle Busch, Morgan Shepherd, Scott Lagacy.
It's a
Killed
shame
it.
Morgan Shepherd done a great job all day of running up in the lead pack.
Got trouble now. Keselowski's got Logano on the hard side. Look out, they're going to go around.
McMurray.
Been behind.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish.
Right here, right behind Harvick, just not enough room.
Yeah, and he had to check up for just a second because he was on the right rear quarter of Kevin Harvick.
And then once he goes around, the chaos begins.
There
Look
goes
at
Setzer.
Setzer. Wow.
Good to see him get out of that car, but that catch fence does its job.
Well, and remember, they raised the catch fence after last year's race here. Also stretched it out over the racetrack. You're right. It did its job. Another view.
See right there, Jamie McMurray just trying to get in. He was going to try to get there and push Kevin Harvick.
You got to
wasn't
remember,
an opening.
They're coming to the checker flag, so they're not going to let off.
Let's go on board with Justin Allgaier. Just listen.
2 outside. 2 up, spin in front of you. Watch him clear the bottom.
You know, this was the
Intentional. That was just an ill-handling car early in the race.
Yeah, that's one of those things about this track. It seems like there's a blurry line between the corner and the straightaway because you're still turning the race car as you come up off that corner.
Oh, absolutely. It's got a lot of radius to it. Still pulling on the wheel.
Oh, Kevin LePage in that yellow car just missed Willie.
So, actually some good luck in there. I mean, to blow a tire in traffic, spin, and still not have any damage, and stay on the lead lap, I'd say he did get a break. Here it is. And right there, you see that right front tire go. More than likely an overheated bead from, you can see the brake rotors glowing red.
Part of the racetrack up there, looks like you said, Andy, it looks like he was way up there already.
Well, he pounded it.
He likes to run the top of this racetrack, but I think that was just too high.
Here's what happened. Remember that earlier contact? Well, finally the tire goes down.
Yeah, he thought he had a tire going down. We heard it on the radio, and it lets go right there. Well, he's not on the track right there. He's on the apron.
Not even on, yeah, he's on the flat down there in the gray on the dirt, and he just lost it. It looks like he was watching Kyle Busch, what Kyle was doing, and tried to keep it low and pull off something.
So he drives right down the corner. Everything looks pretty good. And look like that right front may have gone down right there.
Yeah, because that car just took off right. I got to believe that the right front went down on him, and he just could not steer the car.
Like he comes off the corner.
Just swapped around on him.
Just turned around. Yeah, just got out there a little bit. You know, all that grip's out near the wall, and looks like he just lost it on the right rear, and nothing you can do.
Again.
Oh, he had a tire go down.
Well,
Saw
whenever
the sparks flying before he got to the corner.
Yeah, I started to say, when you see sparks in the straightaway going at the corner,
hang on. You've
had a mechanical failure at that point.
Riding with Jason Keller right here. Wow, you see all the sparks.
Going in the wall. Up top, in the wall, stay down.
And the tough part is that's the fast.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, he driven his way up to about 17th place. Like he lost a right rear, maybe right here, or some. One of the rear tires went down. Didn't hit anything.
Kept it off 10th at the time.
He gets right in the corner. Looks like Trevor Bain got into him a little bit there.
Yeah, Trevor got sideways going at turn 3 and just got up into and collected him. Got him in the wall, too.
Let's go on board with Justin Allgaier.
Stanton Barrett racing Paul Menard.
Scott comes around.
Scott just goes around. His car's nowhere to go, and Matt just gets forced down to that inside wall.
That was Tony Raines that took evasive action, and it forced Kenseth right into the wall.
Perhaps he had a right front tire going down. Here he is losing it off the corner right in front of Clint Boyer.
Yikes.
Whoa, look at that. Oh, man, he just misses that wall. Still doesn't touch it. Boy, he got lucky. That's a lucky break. Man, I'll tell you.
That's some good driving.
Woo, there we go.
All right, we're going back to green flag racing this time. Look out, crash on the front straightaway. Clint gets collected. Oh, the 98 and the 99 of Trevor Bain.
Some hard licks right there.
McCumbee and the 09 also involved.
I'm not sure Clint Boyer didn't spin the tires on.
Another view again. Boy, big hit with Trevor Bain and Paul Menard.
Makes a hard right here.
Huh.
Show his displeasure
Well, yeah, I
with what
guess
happened on that
he
last
saw
restart.
it as it.
By the 18.
Newman on the outside.
He's
Look at the battle for second. It is going to be Newman, and we've got a crash into the wall. Michael Annette crosses the line while scraping the concrete. He looks
off into the corner.
I'm not sure. Was the contact earlier than that? I didn't see any right there.
Yeah, they were just getting down into the corner, and it was just slight contact, but, you know, at 180 miles an hour down in these corners, it doesn't take much.
So Mark Green and Mike Wallace tangle in behind. There it is.
Doesn't go. You just like right there. You don't have a lot of time to react.
Yeah, I'm saying that looked more like a missed gear, and maybe it was because of something in the transmission, but it tore it up. See, Michael Annette's pretty lucky right there. He got spun
with maybe better tires.
He's been running right up against the wall. I'd watched him for a number of laps. He was really making some pretty good time, but ran out of room right there. Oh, 16 got loose.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see it, a little bit of wiggle right there, and he got up into Steven. Steven was just on the outside.
A lot of cars and drivers struggle right here, and he gets completely out of shape. Lucky enough not to hit anything. See, he goes down through the infield, and these roof flaps pop up. They've also got a flap inside there. You see the green tape on it. It holds that left side roof flap up. And now he's going to have to try to make this qualifying run, even though he came back around the start-finish line to try to get another run at it. I'm not sure.
See Coleman up high there.
Oh,
yeah, just
loose.
gets away from him.
Well, Josh Wise just got underneath and out.
Points leader just goes by Brad Keselowski right on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 car must have gotten underneath the 81 of McDowell.
81 car of Michael McDowell.
Yeah, right there in the tri-oval, that right front let go. Man, you see all kinds of damage now from that.
Racing here. It looks like Michael comes down, catches him in the right rear, turns him head on into the wall. Just,
boy.
Well, I'll tell you.
Right into you.
I don't know what that was all about, but, man.
He's getting his.
See him coming around the corner here. Scott gets below Michael Annette. Comes up. Oh, I see. Okay, so Scott thought he had cleared him.
Happened to Wimmer.
No, it just
Wimmer,
got loose. Wasn't down on the end. He was on the inside of the racetrack, but just got free.
Keselowski got underneath him. That's the second time Brad has been close to incidents on the track.
I'll tell you. Now he's just going to go for a ride as soon as he turns down in the corner.
Well, Stephen Wallace.
In front of Stephen Wallace, yeah. Nice job of missing it.
And you're glad we got those safer barriers up there to kind of lessen that blow.
Car. Jason Leffler.
Oops, looks like they're trying to almost make it four wide and it just didn't work.
And Jason just got up into his teammate, the 11 car, all accidental. But man, Andy, it's a lot of racing the first corner going into turn 3, I thought.
It's into this thing.
Okay, see, he comes off of turn 2 right here, just flat and loses it.
You're coming up on his 11, right by his side.
But now, the thing he doesn't realize is that the rear spoiler on that car is almost broke off. It's laying almost flat. Down in the corner, looks like Willie's getting ready to pass the 99 of Bain, but he just gets in a little deep, touches the left rear of Trevor's car and spins. And man, I hate that. This is a guy needing a break. A good
here, and we'll go through it.
Yeah, these two cars have been racing each other for quite a few laps. That's Coleman Presley on the outside. Like Mawson got just in the left rear of Coleman Presley. Man, the car went around on him hard.
He was running 15th at the time and coming off an 11th place finish last week in his Nationwide Series debut at Nashville.
You see Allgaier in that inside lane right there. Looks like he got in the back of Wimmer just a little and maybe missed a shift.
Yeah, that car just did not go on the bottom of the racetrack. Initially took off, and then maybe when he went from second to third gear, Andy, it just didn't go.
Just up out of the groove.
Yeah, he just gets way too high on the track, loses the grip. And, you know, I was about to say, Andy, I haven't seen the top groove come in at all tonight like we see a lot of these races.
This job. Let's take another look.
Yeah, it looked like Jason Leffler kind of cut across the nose of Paul Menard, and that just triggers the whole thing.
Everybody else manages to stay low. Here's another look. Whoa, car turned right.
You know, they have really struggled this car all day. Qualifying, that we saw how harsh that this car rode the bumps, and we just heard Ernie Cope saying that they kind of missed the setup a little bit with the way their front springs were, or the car sitting down the front springs.
Turn 1. Ooh, that was a long slide. That left rear tire, that gravel trap. Look at that.
He broke something right there. Traction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel high.
You hear it. Yep.
stepping up and down.
All right, starts around the 11 car. Brian Scott there.
You see, they're all 2 by 2. And,
Whoa,
man,
boy.
Tony Raines just gets jacked up.
And it's just a blind corner. Once you get top of this hill, guys, as you're going up the hill, you don't see anything. And if there's something wrong at the other end, you just plow into it. And we just saw that. And it's all part of understanding this track, where to place your spotters to help you, things like that.
Now, and watch this piling in here. Bang, 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 bang.
Stan Barrett going through the gravel.
They're getting pressed, so they can't coast a little bit.
Oh, contact there. Oh, Tim George into Ron Hornaday. Around and crunch.
Filming it again.
Yes, sir.
You know, Andy, we talked a little while ago about these brakes. You saw the 98 Menard wheel hop. And you
Top of the screen. Oh, there's one gets turned around. Is that Patrick Long? And Coleman tangle. That's Trevor Bain and Coleman. Oh. I didn't even see that the first time. 99, Steve Wallace, 66. Menard into the 05 of Gonzalez. That's turn 5. Woo.
Wheel hop get in the corner, got in the back of.
Nope, there's going to be contact there, too.
Almost the same thing you see right there with Stephen Wallace and Trevor Bain, and now Brian Scott goes around.
Turn 1 here. This is a place, and Morgan Shepherd just literally got loose getting in there, and that's one thing. It's your responsibility to that driver on the inside not to let that happen. You know there's no banking to lean on, and this will happen.
Threat of rain. It involved, well, it's just the tail end of it. Can't tell who actually caused it, but it's the 10th crash for Stenhouse in 14 starts here in 2010. And that's what's left of Malsom's machine. He's okay.
Rear. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Right there, you can see just catches Chapman. Up there, he's trying to avoid this spin.
It looked like the 27 maybe hung the left front down on the apron, caused it to get loose and shot up in front of Johnny Chapman.
That flash fire went out as they stop here. Pretty significant fire.
Wow. Yeah, that was kind of right there pushing it in her window. He's up on the high side. He just got loose.
Yeah,
that didn't have anything to do with. I'm pretty sure he wasn't trying to make pit road. But he did a nice job of saving this, not hitting anything.
And Allgaier just misses him.
Wow. Yeah, he didn't.
And there it went. Man, you can see that power pop.
Same spot on the racetrack, too. After the first one came back, got on the. Oh, yeah, look at all the debris.
Yeah, there's a little bit there.
Yeah. Out there, there's only 4 laps to go, but man, this is just almost inevitable.
Nope. There it is.
Left front go down.
Oof. And that is all the marbles that they've brushed up to the very top of the track.
Yeah, he was plowing those.
Man, that's a hard hit.
Yeah, it was a hard lick, but you can see, like I said, Marty's front skirt is rubbing the ground and just pushing up all those rubber built.
Just gave it to him. Oh, trouble on the front. Trouble on the front stretch.
Behind us.
Ricky Stenhouse is involved. Several other cars involved. The 34 of Tony Raines, Mike Wallace involved. And I believe that the white flag was out before Matt. And he loses it off the corner.
He just flat gets loose and wrecks the car, but the caution flag doesn't come out, doesn't need to, keeps on going.
Everyone scrambles. He's nowhere near his teammate at this point. Then Trevor Bain and Brendan Gaughan. That action heats up. Bang. Bang again, maybe. And that stacks him up. Rusty, that almost happened. You were talking about stacking up the front straightaway. They almost wrecked and did that. And then here are the two teammates. DiBenedetto losing it down in turn 1. And guess who the unlucky next car was?
Look who's coming by. I can only guess this one. Oh,
boy.
That's bad luck.
So, and let's go on board with Brad and see what he was seeing. Happen, Rusty? Look at the right-hand side of your picture.
See that, guys? Nobody around him. Just gets in hot and loses it.
Pretty bumpy getting into turn 1. Tires getting a little heat on them, getting aged.
Opening on the back straightaway.
Here's where he loses it. Loose off the corner and then gets both ends of the car. And there's no saving that now, Rick.
No, there's no saving it. And he was Kevin was squeezing the gas. I mean, he was trying to get all there was to get. And, you know, again, changing just right side tires changes how the car drives, particularly deserves it. He's having a great run, charging up through here.
Stayed in the background all night long. When it came time to go, Josh Wise pushed the button, and now Allgaier and Taylor Malsom around. Joe Nemechek slams the inside wall hard. Took the inside line on the restart. This is going to be down to the wire.
Whoa!
Oh, they touch. He's spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win.
That's it. Checker flag. Man, you are the man. He deserves it. Good job.
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That was a hard hit, guys.
That was
huge
ugly.
wreck behind you. Just slow it down.
Ugly.
Slow it down. There's a big wreck here.
Finish line, too. This is hard to say it was his fault or somebody else's fault. It's the money lap. The flag's waving.
Watch this hit by Keselowski. He's stuck on the inside line there. And just hard contact.
So glad he's okay. That was a hard hit.
10 of Griffith.
Yeah, you can tell there's nobody around him. He just loses it up off at turn 4. He gets loose and comes across and clobbers the inside wall and tears that number 10 car up pretty good. But just classic case of getting loose. Car's getting out from underneath you, and it's getting pretty slippery here tonight.
Raceway Park, let's get caught up on what's happened so far with the 5-hour Energy Rapid Recap. We had them stacking up at the start, the 98, the 88. Out of the front end of Brian Scott here, and Scott's got a good view of it. Looks like maybe Swindell got into Keller a little bit and then just drove it in on him. Looks some sparks underneath.
They got together off of 4, and I think the 43 actually had a right front go down going into turn 1.
Because you see the sparks coming out of the back end when we saw that replay out of the view of Brian Scott. On the onboard with Ron Hornaday.
Oh, here the tire go. Ugh, a sick feeling. Blew a right front tire going into turn 3. Obviously, that right front fender was tearing that tire up, and
Eases off Steve Wallace. He backs off.
Trouble, guys.
And trouble in turn 4. They are spinning and wrecking. Morgan Shepherd is involved, and he gets tagged pretty hard right there by the 10 of Taylor Malsom. And here is Sorensen.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You heard the pop.
Yeah. Sure did. And Ricky, as you were talking about the camber.
Ooh, Brown up in the wall.
Looks like another failed right front tire, the way the car shot.
Here comes Keselowski. Bang.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we talk about this being a short track, but that illustrates how fast a track it is.
And look at Paul Menard. He was running up in the top group, too, along with the black and yellow car that's gone. They were running well and just got caught up in that.
And another component of hard tires is you can't do anything quick. You can't brake. You can't steer left or right.
Oh, wow. That's a hard impact. And then you see sliding up on the top, there comes Menard.
Which gives you an idea of just how fast this place is. The guys have said it's
down, and it looks like just gets off of that car right in front of him. I think it was Mike Wallace, and then spins down to the inside grass.
Well, no harm.
Colin Brown, meanwhile, gets a pass underneath the 81 of Michael McDowell. Oh, it's trouble. It's Brendan Gaughan.
Still coming to your inside here.
In the bus stop.
So I just got out of position getting in there, just missed that first part of it. And when you do that, you just get completely out of shape there, and you just have no way of getting the car back.
He was running 22nd. He dropped, and then just what we were showing the tail end of, and there's the little assist that the 34 got. Tony Raines gets turned around by Paul Menard, and wow, the 6 car. Somehow we're making it through so far.
Oh
no, we didn't. Further up. 3, 4. That's Allgaier.
She's out. Caution's out.
Oh, my. Look at this. Tony Raines, as it just stacks up there.
We got cars stacked on top of cars.
The trouble was going to be further back, but here it is.
Here's Leffler. You can see that's where it starts there with he in the 16 car. Leffler hits hard. Then back out, gets the 99 car involved.
Then nowhere to go for a lot of cars here.
Yeah.
This is where it gets big.
Didn't see Trevor Bain in this mess. Look at Nelson Piquet. And we do have a red flag situation now. Another look.
I'm sorry, Jason Leffler there got himself out there, and you just can't expect to come back on the racetrack. There's other cars there that have no idea that you're still up to speed, and that's just a mistake on his part trying to get himself back in line there.
On board with Justin Allgaier. Let's listen in.
Inside. Still there. Still there. One inside. Inside. There you go. I believe we just killed it here.
I think you nailed it on the head.
See, what we had here is Leffler got out there, and the 16 car, who was clear down there, he was coming back out and getting himself ready. He had no idea that Leffler was going to be coming back. Just a lot of people trying to go for the same spot.
Watch him up here, watch him up here. Caution.
Harvick. Heavy left crack, right front. Back.
Wow. What a job Harvick did. That was 2 cars that came in after Harvick was there, and he stopped and
Yet to pit, and here's what we saw.
I believe it's a 23 car.
That's Alex Kennedy.
See, a little too much speed down into turn 1 to make that corner.
Another section of the track coming out of 5. Eric McClure decided to do the do-si-do, and luckily he didn't hit anything. Take a peek.
Oh, there's no doubt there's going to be some problems here. We've got a big run on him. Well, he got him out of position, yeah. But when you're committed to that point, there's nothing that you can really do there except spin out sometimes.
Contact from the 66 into the 23.
That'll do it. Justin Allgaier. Look at Allgaier now.
Oh, 3
make
wide.
a move around. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, look out. This is bad news. Oh, man. Up onto the wall. Casey Kane now comes back down on all 4. Caution is out.
Oh, you can see that.
Coming at you, bud. Just hold on here.
That is. So right here, Justin Allgaier's really struggling. Trevor Bayne got to the inside of him, forced him to the right side a little bit. Casey Kane was already there.
Damage also to the right side of the 12 there, as you can see. Don't know how severe that is right now, but Casey's night is done.
That's good to see he's okay.
The lucky dog is going to go.
Surprised Justin Allgaier whenever Trevor Bayne got to the inside of him. I'm not sure that he ever had any idea that Casey Kane was out there. And it's things happening so fast, you might have a spotter hollering in your ear here, but it's happening so quickly, folks. Talking about 16-second laps.
Watch from on board. Well, Andy, you mentioned so far no caution on the racetrack.
No, but it's right in front of the leaders here.
Oh, no. Look out. It's Case involved. The 0-1 of Mike Wallace. Nemechek.
Boyer's got some damage. I think he got into the 0 going down into turn 1. Oh, he gets tapped by Mike Bliss in the 40.
Does a good job to save it right here.
27 of Daniel Quinn does a nice job to miss it. He keeps going, and then here's what happens next.
Oh, man. Clint Boyer just nails Mike Wallace.
Well, these two had gotten into each other up ahead, and I think Wallace...
Yeah, he checked up.
Just checking up.
He was already in trouble. He was involved in that earlier incident with Casey Kane. So he just got sideways, getting in under like Jason Keller. I think he might get him right here.
He's got him. Oh, the contact. And he takes the position back. Uh-oh, Kyle, will he retaliate? Yes, he turns him.
Hold on.
Joey Logano goes past. He gets through it. The caution is out. A little bit of contact and going around. There goes Joey. And everybody checking up behind him. We could have multiples.
Clint Boyer's knocked the nose of his in even more than it was.
Yeah. Mike.
You see Leffler's in the gas hard and gets into the back of him. And that's where it all starts stacking up. Look, Clint Boyer's all the way to the fuel cell of the 98 of Paul Menard.
And there
you see they get down into turn 1. It's like he was trying to go on the outside of Reed Source and maybe had to check up a little bit, and then Brendan Gaughan got into the back, the 11 of Scott.
From Brendan Gaughan's onboard.
All there, where we see the first one to go. Yep.
He may have got a little contact. Did you see the 10 get tagged trying to avoid it? Looks like that's Andrew Ranger getting some damage from that too, and he'd already gained about 13 spots since the start. Oh, looks like Alex Kennedy just lost it, man, and just slams into Brian Scott.
Bad luck for Brian.
Yeah.
Just a victim on that one.
We can figure out what happened. That's Nemechek getting nipped by Kyle Kelly in the 59.
Oh, and there comes Raines. He gets into the back of Mike Wallace, and there comes the big.
See, Paulie Haraka tries to go to the inside. These guys just need to log laps right now. That's
Oh, look at that.
In the world.
Ron Fellows, Steve Wallace come into the hairpin. That
just got behind on the steering.
Is turn 6 and 7, and it.
Oh, he made contact.
That's a moment.
Oh, you want to make that last pit. Oh, my goodness gracious!
Racing for 5th.
Well, I'll say Boris didn't deserve that. Oh, he kind of got off the racetrack there, trying to get the angle, getting in the corner, and he got just a little too much angle.
Right in front of Ron Fellows, too. He just kind of stalked Fellows right through the entry at 13th.
Behind Paul Menard, keeps trying to get it stopped and gets into Max Pappas.
Yeah, he saw Logano just wheel hop for a long time and just took them both out.
Logano has resumed in 10th. Now, 88-26. Ron Fellows, Parker Kligerman.
Boy, good job out of Trevor Bayne. Just barely missed that.
He tries to get under Joe Nemechek. I got to feel like Joe Nemechek didn't know he was there. Kind of turned down a little bit, and Brad was committed.
Turn out of this corner, didn't like it.
Okay, right. He ain't see this goes right front tire's flat. See the sparks.
That's 2. We need to go to the garage.
Somebody's going to end up in the grass. Here we go. Pappas is going to come back on in front of the field. Look at the scramble. Watch the yellow 32 as they go 3 wide in front of him. Oh, there. Leffer gets turned around.
Whoa! Kligerman goes through there. Just barely clears him.
Was there enough room there?
No.
Clunk, bang,
you see right
fenders.
here. Oh, man,
wow.
Bang gets hammered. Look at Kligerman right here. Oh man.
And Brad Coleman.
So did Coleman. Man, they both hit the wall there.
Yeah.
Back here's the reason we're under caution.
You see down the bottom coming out of turn 2, Michael McDowell's car extremely loose. He loses it. Does a nice job, though, of keeping it from going back up in front of traffic.
We can also...
Trevor was trying to make a pass.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Newman had a huge run coming off the corner, and Trevor just pulls up on, right in front of Newman, and I'm not even sure Ryan could even, back off soon enough.
Yeah, I think that the 99 he was kind of walking his car up the track because he was so loose right there and just got a little bit of a nudge, already out of control. Okay. See Sorensen moves up there, slides up in front, but just jumps out from underneath him.
It's very similar to what we saw with Ryan Newman earlier when he got into the back of Trevor Bayne.
I'm not sure there was contact, though.
No, I don't think that there was contact there with the I think the 32, just as he got up there, and you get the car probably pushing a lot right there, you give a little tug on the wheel, and then it just snaps loose.
He's got down into turn 1. It got a little more difficult.
Yeah, looks like Brendan Gaughan kind of stuffs it down in there, maybe gets a little loose, gets up in the left rear quarter of Jeremy Clements, but Clements kind of pays the price. He makes contact with the wall. I think he can keep going, but he's got some damage on that left rear they need to get fixed.
How many tires does everybody have left? There's Taylor.
It's like he just got in. I don't think he had any help there. It's just like he got into the corner a little faster than his tires would allow him to go through there. Him out there that's hoping there's not a late race. But there is the caution that he didn't need.
Just got into the corner.
Caution.
Oh, my goodness.
Of Brian Scott, and in the 34th position when this is what happened.
She got real high in 3 and 4. Probably not sure exactly what's going on, and then bam, there goes the tire. God, that's a pretty hard lick. Definitely put her out.
Yeah, the last few laps should have been even higher and higher, and that tire was probably going down somewhat, and then just lets go as that loads up coming out of 4.
There's damage on both sides here. Looks like he had a tire go down. Bam, into the outside wall, and then he's headed to the inside. No easy hits at this track. That's 2 hard licks.
So he gets both sides of the race car.
Started in turn 4 for Elliott Sadler.
It's like Elliott was underneath the car there, and he got a little bit loose and turned around, backed it in the wall, and Drew was coming along, and
watch this.
He just slides right down in front of him. Oh, my goodness, wow.
That is a hard hit. At least it wasn't the driver's door. It was up on the left front tires where he got hit, Brad.
Yeah. Just can't hold the brakes long enough here, Rusty. You see the car roll. Oh, my goodness. Woo.
And Brad, where he got loose was what we talked about early in countdown. Off of turn 4, everybody gets loose up in that corner, especially if you got a car to your outside. Elliott was underneath them and just lost that aerodynamic downforce, causing the spin. And boy, that's a violent crash.
Oh, my goodness.
Herring making his first start here at Dover. And well, first let's watch this in real time and listen.
Wobble there, backs at the fence, and sitting up on that 24-degree banking. And like I say, once you get to the front straightaway, it's still 9 degrees of banking. So Hard to hold those brakes, especially when they're a little soft.
Well, look at the debris. These guys just pitted.
Here you see these cars lined up. Stephen Wall's having a great day, but gets just a little bit high, gets in the wall. Stenhouse gets underneath. Kozlowski tries to follow him in there.
Yeah, and just gets down in there and tries to get in a little hard, got a little bit loose. He's saying that maybe he got chopped off a little bit there, but that's
Racetrack here. Looks like he just gets a little too high and he tries to stand the throttle. There's not much grip to be had up in that part. You can see just how dirty it is up there.
That's pretty good traction there.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Front. Like we mentioned, we saw 3 Cup cars do this today.
Yeah, but that's well, I've tried to get down to that white line before. He had the left front tire way down there. Great job.
Eric Almirola right up underneath the 66. They got loose. Oh, and Leffler goes around. Don't know if he got help. He's through the grass. Caution is back out.
I wonder if that was one of those chain reaction things because you saw.
That's a net.
See a net. His car's already getting loose. That's product of those older tires, full of fuel, a lot more weight back there, makes the car free. You see, just gets up into the safer barrier with the right rear. Definitely going to have to get some tires. Now, you'll see the 09, I think he got tapped a little bit as he tried to slow down, send him spinning. I think he'll come into the shot here.
On board with Carl Edwards.
That thing just snapped around.
Yeah, that's
Still
pretty wicked right there.
And there's the 09.
See, Brian Scott even got into the back of Joe Nemechek a little bit, and you see some damage on the left front area there and the hood.
See the margin, how it has been cut to 5.7 seconds. Look out! The 17 is around.
Man, Harvey did a great job to miss that.
He certainly did. Keep it off the wall.
Caution.
Trevor Bain.
Going there again. I saw him suck you around. Sorry about that.
All right, here's what happened. Oh, he just got up.
Yeah, he got loose getting down into the corner. Forced him as he tried to keep it off the 12 car. Turned around into the wall. Boy, he had a really solid day also.
Now the crash. Oh, might have gotten a little help from the 66 of Wallace.
There's no doubt there was some contact there. You'll have that racing on the last lap.
He's got fresh tires, just pitted, and just not quite clear. Can't see who the car is. Looks like it might be James Busher in the 11. Just not quite clear right there.
You can hear he was feeding the throttle there.
Got in the fence. And behind her.
Here goes Brendan Gaughan to the high side.
Yeah, he was just going to the outside of him, going to try to make a pass, and you can see the right front tire let go in Michael Annette's car. Just a terrible break for Brendan Gaughan, unfortunately, there. For both, for Michael Annette with the blown tire also, but Brendan, wrong place, wrong time.
Those two were battling for 13th on the racetrack.
He gets in the wall, looks like, just a little bit.
Get a better angle of him spinning down here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he hits the wall and starts spinning down pit road. But look how far this car goes down through here. This is could have been a scary situation with the crews, but doesn't hit anything there.
2 guys cleared, but Harvick still has a long way to go.
It's like,
look out! Danica gets
turned hard.
Danica Patrick.
Hold the brake.
She was running 14th.
We got a big wreck there.
Stenhouse is involved. The 10. Ricky Carmichael's involved.
Somebody got in the back of James Busher. Looks like maybe Carmichael, and then just forced him, Busher, into the 7. And then it just, man, it all breaks loose.
Turn can make you very loose.
Justin Allgaier getting around Parker Kligerman. Kligerman's going around into the wall. Turn 4. We talked about it right before we went green.
Sparks flying out of James Busher's car.
You can see Michael Annette gets loose here. Right in front of Shelby Howard and Nemechek. Nowhere to go.
Man.
Yeah, those two get collected. And remember, Annette had the tire explode last week. Ended up going into the wall and taking Brendan Gaughan with him there. They were running 25th, 26th, and 27th at the time of the crash.
See right there, Robert Richardson just get loose down on the inside. Spins. Ryan Truex just has nowhere to go.
Well, he did tag him in the door, though. The car held up well, though.
Nope.
Well, Ryan was running in 21st position on the lead lap. The 23 car was 34th.
Just gets into the wall, tears the deck lid off of it, spins down to the inside through all of tearing up the sod down there.
And notice the tethers. They did the job.
Oh, doing a great job. They're holding that deck lid on there. That's the purpose of them, so that deck lid doesn't fly off there and be caught. Yeah, it looks like Steven clipped the front. It looks like, is that one of the Roush cars?
I believe.
Yeah, it is. Trevor Bain.
Trevor Bain, yes.
Gonna come back on you?
Just barely.
Easy.
So he gets down to turn 1, hits those bumps a little bit, and just flat gets that baby loose. And the wrong thing, driver's side first, right in the wall.
Turn 3.
See the car bouncing?
He just drove in too deep, Rusty. Like you say, the back of the car got away from him.
Let's take a look at this replay and try to find out what happened here.
There it is, off of turn 4.
10 car.
Gets hit from behind, maybe by the 6 car, Ricky Stenhouse, and then they all react. So a lot of times it isn't the action, it's the reaction.
It actually looked to me like the 10 car of Scott Wimmer's flat got loose and got up alongside. Let's take one more look here.
First caution.
Yeah, we'd seen him really sliding backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that tire just comes apart.
Oh, wow. That's a hard hit right there.
So a tough break for the 20-year-old. Jamie, what are you hearing? It's past. In fact, Kligerman and Richardson.
Right there.
Well, look out. That is for position. They're both 4 laps down, and he gets turned.
Okay, it's a new race here.
Caution's out.
And that's exactly the first incident.
Yeah, once again, off of turn 2, where this track really flattens out. He had no air to the nose of his car. It just pushed out and got into the wall twice. Yeah, definitely wasn't the left rear like they're thinking here. That just...
It stepped out on him.
Yeah, the two. That just looked like he may have locked the brakes up some.
And he has shortened the back half of that car considerably. He was running 17th. Remember, he was having all kinds of... Whoa, and Clement gets loose again.
Yeah, he's
still
out of
loose.
shape.
Oh, no, he's going around this time. Hang on to it, Jeremy.
Easy.
Through the infield grass. Can he keep it off the wall? No.
Not too much
Get
damage.
into it. No.
He was running 16th at the time. Our first caution comes out here on lap number 12.
Now there's Jeremy. I mean, his car must have been really loose because it goes around again right in front of Judd. Man, nowhere to go.
Wow, Mike Wallace.
Yeah, he
nice
did a good
move.
job.
Look at how close that was for Wallace. Look at all the debris that, oh, everybody ran over right there. There's the view from high above.
Danica Patrick does a good job to miss a lot of other cars too, to miss Carl Edwards.
Let's go on board with Carl. Listen.
Oh, see why he had a left rear down and into the wall now. Something happened to the 88.
So Almirola gets into the 24, 20. David Starr misses him.
He just lost it. Did a good job though not to hit anything.
Yeah, a little hard to tell from that angle.
Worst part about it was he couldn't get it off the wall.
Whoops, another right front went down, looked like.
And again, cannot get it off the wall when that right front's...
He got it on the inside, like Colin Brown there, and then he just lost it hard on the inside wall.